Yeah, I think so. Let's watch this real quick. All right. Sorry, everybody. We were taking a break and we're getting back into it now. All right, here we go.
Gentlemen, time's expired. Chair recognizes Ms. Greene from Georgia for 5 minutes.
You're going to love this, Liz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently you're afraid of my words. Whoa! Oh. I like to reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman.
So, as soon as Marjorie Taylor Greene, because he sat there for like over an hour and a half, and they got to Marjorie Taylor Greene, and his attorney's like, let's just fucking get out of here. And they left. And you know what happened? The entire press corps followed Hunter out of the room so he could make a statement. And Marjorie Taylor Greene was fucking pissed because the press wasn't in there when she spoke.
Wanted all the attention.
And then she did this whole thing later on. He looked like he was stoned and he was on drugs and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, that's a shitty thing to say to a recovering addict. I mean, or about a recovering addict. I mean, he's been clean for a long time. But yeah, no, so she got really pissed about that whole thing.
Well, and let's be honest, unfortunately, that's the kind of poo people love to throw at people that are in recovery and have been sober for a long time, like any little thing, and they just want to throw back in there. Oh, well, you're probably on drugs again.
Right? Yeah, that kind of nonsense. That was just that thing was just ridiculous.
Kind of dirty. It's kind of dirty.
Yeah, that was some cold shit. But anyway, what was it? Where was it? Did I have that? Hang on 1 second. I'm going to pull this up real quick. Okay, so...
Hi.
Hang on. So Fox News responded to this, not in the way you'd think. In fact, they were... Even the hosts that are the big, right-wing, former Trump supporter guys, they got pretty upset about this whole situation. So let me see. Did it come in there? I don't think it did. But even Fox News kind of snapped at these people. Do I have that? Oh, I don't have that clip. Sorry, everybody. All right. We'll have to skip it. But yeah, no, even Fox News was talking about what an embarrassment this thing was. It was just humiliating. Fox News. And I mean, that's bad. When your own propaganda network is sitting there going, you guys are a fucking joke. Yeah, at that point, you're not just a joke, you're a shit show. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had more about that. But so Marjorie Taylor Greene got all pissed off about that. But she also had some other bad news this week. She tried to hold a little event, like a conference event at a hotel. And this happened.
We have nothing, in my opinion, we have nothing to go out there and campaign on, Chris. It's embarrassing.
Right. Well, I know the Republican Party in the Congress, the majority has zero accomplishments.
That was MAGA Republican Andy Biggs, and for once, I could say I actually agree with what Andy Biggs is saying there. MAGA Republican.
Yeah, we're stealing from Ben right now, but yeah. So Marjorie Taylor Greene was trying to hold an event at a hotel. I think it was a January 6th support event kind of thing, and the hotel kicked them out. She got kicked out of her own event.
Okay, so unless I missed it, what was the basis on which she was kicked out? What?
Because she was holding an event to support the insurrectionists.
But was it literally the content of the event that the hotel was like, oh, hell no, basically? Or was it her, her crazy self, because she could get herself kicked out of plenty of things just being herself?
No. Initially, she told them something else. She told them it was something about campaign finance or something like that. She told them some bullshit story. Then they got to the
But they're
event.
just thinking of the boring finance committee something.
Right. Then they got to the event. The hotel found out what it was, and the manager of the hotel kicked him out. Probably because he called his bosses, and they said, "No, not in our fucking."
They're like, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Do you want your brand to not suddenly be tied to some freaking like crazy insurrection nonsense? Like, regardless of where you stand politically, you don't need to be roping your brand into that.
No, and this is what I don't get about the Republican Party, and this is why we do the finance thing. Sorry, everybody. So the whole issue is like they get these problems where it's like, okay, we're going to complain about, well, Twitter and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and these other TV shows won't have us on because they're censoring us, because they're violating our freedom of speech. Okay, your freedom of speech does not give you the right to be on any show you want. It doesn't give you the right to be on any platform. It's not like you and I can sit there and go, well, MSNBC and CNN are violating our freedom of speech because they won't let us on their show. That's not their job, right?
Right.
It's a business. On top of that fact, because it's like, fuck it, we're not going to let everybody on this show, even though we have an open invitation and no one ever fucking takes it. Everybody always chickens out. I mean, they'll send us mean shit and then we'll say, hey, come on the show, and nobody ever comes on. But hey, we're different. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, they only have limited amounts of time. They can't have everybody's voice on all the time.
Right.
That doesn't work that way. The other issue about it is that's the thing, is they think, okay, well, they're violating our freedom of speech by not having us on their show. But then when other people go speak on shows or do stuff, they get all upset. Why are you letting them speak? And that's kind of the whole joke here. And so it's the whole thing about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, the hotel is violating my freedom of speech. Well, wait a minute. The hotel is a business, and they have a right to protect their business and their business interests.
Right.
I mean, you're a capitalist, aren't you, Marjorie? Don't you believe in the rights of businesses and corporations? Oh, but they don't have rights unless you give them rights. Once again, it's the law only applies to you. It doesn't apply to me. That's her whole guiding star. And that's the whole problem with this whole fucking situation. It's just amazing to me how these people think and how they move. But yeah, so she got kicked out of that event. I thought that was hilarious. Unfortunately, we got to take a... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
The fact that she, lied to the hotel about what it's about
Because she knew.
Totally insane. But also it shows she knows that there's something wrong. Like, because if she literally thought this was all okay and was all right, she would just be upfront in saying this is what we're doing, because she would have a moral conviction about it. Therefore, the fact that she had to hide it in the first place shows you it already goes against her own moral grain even. She knows.
Yeah,
she knows. And that's even more offensive. Sometimes I find it easier to excuse people being idiots when I think that they really truly believe that they are in the right and justified. Even if I think they're wrong, I go, well, but they really believe. She doesn't even believe that.
I know. No, she
She
knows.
doesn't even believe it.
No, she knows.
She knows. That's even stupider.
But she doesn't believe it should apply. That's the whole game. That's the whole game. All right.
Yeah.
So